Now I'd like to tell you a little bit about some of the features of this unit. Many people mistakenly believe they can pick up a unit like this at some Sears, Kmart, or sporting goods store, or that it's similar to a typical rebounder. Nothing could be further from the truth. Number one, this mat material. This is not made out of the canvas, nylon, or plastic materials you can find on typical rebounders. Canvas, nylon, and plastic mats look the same, but the mat has a tendency to stretch. When the mat stretches with the spring, your feet sink. They pronate and turn in toward each other every time you land in the middle of the bounce. Well, that leads to ankle problems that can, knee problems, and lower back problems. This mat material here is a space-age material made here in the United States. It is a polypropylene put under nearly 200 tons of pressure. So every fiber is extremely dense. You're not going to stretch this out. You land anywhere on this mat, it lifts you straight up. Even at an angle, it will lift you straight up. You land on a mat that stretches some, it will have a tendency to throw you off. We do this so you have good support. In addition, we have the triple-tiered tapered spring design. We're the only ones that manufacture this. The reason we do it is so that the spring will adapt to the weight of the person using it. If you use a large, just tapered spring and you step on it, you use the entire spring. Depending on how much you weigh or how high you are jumping, you want that spring to give you the support you need, but you may not necessarily need all of the spring. So we have a larger diameter in the middle of the spring with a little ridge, which focuses the weight in the middle of the spring. As the spring stretches, if you jump higher or you weigh more, you will graduate to the next tier, and so on and so forth to the last two coils of the last tier. That's the only self-adjusting spring like it in the world. The springs do not connect directly into the frame. We never wear the frame out. We drill 36 holes through the frame, put steel pins through each hole, and connect the springs to the pin. So the frame will last virtually forever. The legs don't screw on. Anything that screws on can get stripped, stuck, or lost. So these fit over a steel post. They're held into place by heavy-duty piano wire. Best wire you're going to be able to find. Even the rubber tips aren't rubber. They're a polymer. They'll last for years. We've never worn one out. We designed the unit to last a lifetime. We don't do hand welding. We use a robotic welding system, so you have an even bead of weld. You don't have cold spots, so the legs don't break off like they can with typical welding programs. That's the trifold Cellerciser.